should have done this before, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, let's do this. Getting my lights ready. Hello, everyone. How is your energy today? Hmm. Love is in the air. Today, we're talking about provision. Today, we are talking about provision. And I want you guys to know that it's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a good day. Don't act crazy in the comment section. I want everybody to know that your life is going to be just fine. You know, we had Thanksgiving yesterday. Many people celebrate the holiday. So, how was your Thanksgiving? How is your Thanksgiving? Hello, memory. You were just a memory. I'm just joking. That was that was lame. Hello, mind impressions. It's time. It's time. It's time. We're gonna slowly ease into this. We're gonna let some other folks jump in here. More people viewing. I am streaming live on YouTube and on TikTok. Hello, everybody on the other side of the pond at YouTube. Love is the only way. Okay. It's almost time for 2025, but tis the season. Tis the season. We are here thinking about holidays. It's time to really get into holiday season. Hello, Ashley. It's the most wonderful time of the year. What's the temperature? What's the weather like over there where you guys are at? Talk to me. What's the weather looking like? Hmm? It's not the time to get into holiday season in New Zealand. New Zealand does not celebrate holidays. Oh, it's 43 degrees in Tennessee. That's chilly. You need a coat, maybe a scarf. How do you say that? Auckland? 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 I shouldn't say that. But it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's interesting to see all of the posts online about the holiday season. I'm seeing a lot of family photos, especially over on Facebook. Look at what we did on Thanksgiving. Posting their family. Oh, how cute! Everyone's fake smiling. It's interesting to see families. It's interesting. Hello, soul harmony. But isn't it interesting to see families online? Yes, the nasty macaroni and cheese. I love macaroni and cheese, but some of y'all macaroni and cheese, y'all need to go to prison for that. Y'all need to go to prison for that. How dare you? Mm. So New Zealand has had a lot of job cuts. That's interesting. It's interesting. Well, we here in the United States have just had a presidential election, and many people are afraid their jobs are going to go away. Many people are excited because they think their jobs are going to be good, more jobs. And oh, thank you for the rose. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Da, 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 da. Oh, this, I guess you can't really talk about the election. Now I have an election warning. So the beard is gone. It's gone, y'all. It has been great while it lasted. Wherever you are, you should experience joy because you know that your Father is providing for you. Wherever you are, oh, thank you for that. So Harmony, you got to do that. Thank you for the love. Mm. So, oh, that's the Shaq dance. And the, um, wherever you are, you can experience joy because you know that God is providing for you. That's just it. And that's really where I'm going to get to for this. This topic today. It is always about God. Okay? Because love is the only way. And that's the truth. That's just the truth. When my beard is growing back, it's actually showing a little bit like the grays are coming in. Even now, you can kind of see the grays. It's interesting seeing my face again, man. I'm gonna grow it out to here now. It's gonna be down to my kneecaps. Your mom must be a wise woman because wherever you are, you can experience joy because God provides. God is providing. And we'll get started in just a little bit. In just a little bit. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I am on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I am also on TikTok. I am streaming on TikTok. Love is the only way. Okay? Love is the only way. And that's a motto. I don't even know where I came up with that, to be quite honest. But hello, Kamzi. Hi, April. I see you over there on YouTube. Okay, just a little longer. I promise. But if you were here in any of my lives, remember I go live every Friday around this time. every Friday, every single Friday. And we have different topics every Friday, and you get to just put me in your headphones and walk around the house, or stay at work and put me in your headphones, and just have a listen, okay? But I do have a need to say something before I speak this. Your faith is being challenged. Your faith, you need to keep that faith. Keep it. Maintain it. Entertain the faith. Tap dance for the faith. The faith, the expectation of knowing that you will be provided for. Keep that. It's a sense of security. Keep that faith. You need to be tenacious when it comes to that faith. Have tenacity. The tenacity, the continuous motion towards something. Be tenacious when it comes to faith. It's a must. Your faith, keep it. Especially around this time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I've know you've seen all of the videos. It's time. It's Black Friday. Did you know that? It's Black Friday. You can go on Amazon and get all things up to 70% off. You see these people smiling, fake smiling online, and they're getting you. Now I must have this. I must have the new PlayStation. I must have the new shoes, this purse. It's on sale. It's on sale. Is your life not good enough now? Are you not thankful for what you have? Yes, but you do know what you say, it has consequences too. So now we're going to talk about provision. Because people are squandering their life. Because it's the most wonderful time of the year. We are tricked like a bear walking and thinking that there's some free berries on the ground. Bear trap. Snap! The bear's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I don't even know the rest of the song, to be honest. Dancer and Prancer and something. I don't know it. Envy, like a thief in the night. The devil creeps in like a thief in the night. What does that mean? It means that it's not obvious that the devil will come and snipe you and possess you. It's the most wonderful time of the year. My YouTube is the same thing as this. So you're sitting in your apartment or you're renting a room and your faith is dwindling. Your faith is... This always gets me emotional because so many people are they're hurting themselves. They are allowing the demon of envy to ruin their life. It really does. It really does hurt me. It's painful to watch. It's something so simple. But the demon of envy, the grass is greener on the other side. Do you know the word thankful? It means satisfied. Are you satisfied? Are you content with what's happening now? If you are renting a room and you don't know when you're ever going to be able to have a house, are you able to be content with where you're at now? If the answer is yes, then you can be thankful. They mean the same thing. So many people aren't content. They cannot be satisfied right now because it's the most wonderful time of the year. This irrational comparison to other people's lives. It's ruining you. It's ruining your ability to be thankful. And that's affecting provision. It's the most wonderful time of the year. A smile, okay, a smile in every other animal other than humans, and yes, humans are animals, in every other animal than humans, a smile is used as a defense mechanism. It is a defense mechanism. They show their canines, get away. But humans, we have confused this. So we smile and we think this is a type of welcome. Oh, well, I'm so pleased right now. I'm smiling. I'm happy. It doesn't matter if you think that the liquid inside of this is water or it's poison. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The water, or if it's poison in here, the liquid in here will act according to its design. See? Now, if I don't pass out and, on live stream, it doesn't matter if I have good intentions. The liquid, luckily, it's water. Yes, animals see it as aggression. That's true. I want you guys to know that provision itself. What is provision? Let me ask you guys this, because this is and has been a argument since humans have been humans. I'm sure Adam and Eve, after she gave the apple to Adam and he bit that sucker, I guarantee you they both were fighting over him not being a good provider somehow. It's the most wonderful time of the year. But what do you think provision is? Let me know in the comment section. What do you think provision is? And yes, my beard is gone. It's gone. I'm still me. Your intellect might be restructuring itself because it's the same voice, it's the same mannerisms, but there's no beard anymore. I don't have the beard. Will it be better if I do this? Cut a hole out just for my lips? Okay, anyway. Provision. Because how do you know the word if you don't know the word? Provision, it means to arrange or take care or relieve the needs. Supply the needs of. Okay? The needs, not the wants. The needs. the needs. It also means to grant access. Okay? It also means to grant access. When you are providing, you are supplying the needs, you are planning ahead, you are also granting access. So let me put this into a real world example. Let's say you and I were family members, we're cousins, and you were coming to my house for my birthday that was yesterday. So I opened the door because I see you pacing on the sidewalk. And I'm like, hi, my house is here. Come on in. You're more than welcome. Let's come on. I got board games. I got food. I got TV. I got extra room if you want to take a nap. It's up to you, right? You accept. Provisions are always accepted and received. Okay, you receive provisions. You need to pay close attention to these words. You receive provisions. You do not give provisions. You provide. You provide provisions. You do not give provisions. Giving is always on the opposite of taking. You do not take provisions. Taking provisions never happen, by the definition. Now, what does give mean? Give. To give. To give? To give. If I give you something, it means, the word give, it means to yield to pressure. I'm yielding to pressure. Pressure? Pressure? Why would I yield to pressure? Emotional pressure? If I am, for example, you know, if I am being emotionally shamed for not giving enough money to my children or my wife or my this, my dog, or my cat, or my gerbil, or my friend, or whatever. If you're like, oh, you're not giving enough. A real man gives this. A real man does this. A real man, that's shame. Okay? That is, in spirit, it's condemnation. You are condemning me because I don't meet your expectation. And if I succumb to that, that is called provision, or that is not called provision. That is called giving. I'm yielding to that pressure. Okay? I'm yielding to that pressure. I feel pressure somehow, whether it be social, emotional, family pressure, professional pressure. If you exchange something out of pressure, it's giving. That's what the word give means. On the opposite of give, you have take. You take what you give. Give and take. That phrase, give, you take. You give, you take. What does the word take mean? And why don't you take provisions? You only receive provision. You only accept provisions. Your hands are open. And then provision is here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I have to get my vibrato on because I need to take some more water. But if you're still here, let me know what state you're living in. Let me know where you're living in. So we have somebody in Tennessee. We have somebody in New Zealand. I think we have somebody in Arizona, Virginia, the DMV. New York City. I bet it's cold. It's probably cold in New York City and Virginia right now too. All right. So taking, the word take, okay? A state of indecisiveness. Come on. A good man can make decisions. Okay. A good man, a strong man can make decisions. Okay. There you go. But I got you. Nevada, Los Angeles, right? Anyway, or Los Angeles, Las Vegas, excuse me. So the word take, okay, give and take, the word take, it means to seize by force. To seize by force, okay? To seize as in acquire, okay? Round up, to seize by force. That's what the word take means. So when you are taking something from somebody else, you're doing it by force. You might not have to, get the big guns. Here, TikTok, I'll slide over for you. But you might not have to like come in and be like, give me this now. Give me. No, 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 no. Humans, especially in 2024 going into 2025, humans really rely on nonviolent tactics because feminism has emasculated all of everybody, and now we don't resort to violence as form of correction anymore. Like it or not, we don't do it. So we use emotional ways, condemnation ways, shaming ways. Shaming is good, but condemnation is not good. Shaming itself it's a great tool for correction, but when you are trying to acquire things, shaming is not good. A real woman would, a real mother would, a real man, a real father would. That's evil. That's evil. So you're taking by force. So because we don't take with our hands anymore. We don't really do this anymore. What do? We have to become clever. And I understand many people have been tricked to think that clever is a form, it is a good way to be. But the word clever, it means hell, it slipped my mind. Oh, clever, it means an expert thief. An expert thief. So you being clever is like your child coming to you asking for a cookie, and you saying no, you can't have. It's 10 o'clock at night. You just brush your teeth. You already ate dinner. You got school in the morning. Take your ass in bed. Go to bed. So your child goes and cries, and then cries right to the other parent. I want a cookie, and then the other parent gives the child cookie. Give. Okay, give. Not provide. Give. That's clever though. Cleverness is a poor substitute for intelligence. If you can't get something that you have decided on, you go a different route to get it. That's called clever. You have become an expert thief. You are an expert at stealing cookies from the cookie jar. You might not do it with army tanks, but you'll do it with your emotions. We call that emotional warfare. So using your resources, being resourceful is a process needed to find a permanent replacement for something that's broken. if you have a flat tire, you need to be resourceful to research and find a auto mechanic or find a replacement tire. You know, if you lack adequate or effective resourcefulness in that example, you'll pay $15,000 for another tire when you could just take your flat tire to the auto shop and get the hole fixed. And boom, resourceful. But the issue with resourcefulness is, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but the issue is many people put temporary fixes as permanent. And they think that it's like a temporary fix should be permanent. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for that love thing. That was nice. So when you take, okay, you are seizing by force. And far too often, people, a lot of women are using their men or man that they have in their life, they're seizing things by force through emotional warfare. And and they're branding that as provision. That's not provision. That's not provision. That's something else. It's like borderline extortion. But it's not really extortion, but I'm still looking into that. It is manipulation. But the person who is possessed with the demon of envy, the person who is possessed with the demon of envy, in the relationship, in the process of leadership, the person possessed with envy will always use and manipulate the other person in clever ways, and then brand that as them being a good provider. This is evil. Like a thief in the night. Remember, like a thief in the night, the devil is not obvious. His tricks are not obvious. Like a bear walking through the woods, it's not obvious to the bear that the trap is there. Walking into traps are never hard. They're never difficult. They're never uncomfortable. You never will detect or experience discomfort when going into a trap. The fish thinks the worm dangling in the middle of the ocean is wonderful. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Thank you for this worm. And it bites and it gets taken up. Like a thief in the night. Like a thief in the night. But this is doublefold, okay? If the leader, the man, does not have a plan, remember part of the definition provide, it means plan, to have a plan. Provide the needs for it, plan. If the man does not have a plan, you're almost certainly inviting the demon of envy into the relationship. Your woman almost feels the need to step up because there's no clear plan here. But on the other end, the women who are possessed with envy and use their man like Pinocchio are just as evil. It's just as evil. You know for sure, deep down, that complaining to your man outside of what he has provided. Let's say you are in a one bedroom apartment and it's Christmas time and you see on TV this picture perfect family, husband, wife, 3 kids, a dog, white picket fence, and it's snowing outside. The kids are throwing snowballs, and it's all this lovely stuff. And you're just sitting in your one bedroom apartment. All you have to eat is noodles, but your man works at McDonald's, and he works hard. And then the demon of envy creeps in. Your man doesn't really have a plan out of that. He just wants to work and work and work and work and work and work. This is why envy always finds ambition. Ambition has no plan. Ambition never has a goal. An ambitious man will give rather than provide. An ambitious man always needs an envious woman. So that envy uses ambition as the puppet. Of course, many don't look at it from a spiritual lens, but it's all spiritual. Everything in your life is spiritual. It's a spiritual projection. Everything. So anyway, back to the example of your cousin coming to your house for the holiday. Your cousin comes to the house for the holiday, and just before entering the room or entering your house, you open the door and you grant access to. That's provision. The house is provision. The open door is provision. The invite is provision. That's what provision is. The invite to partake in the necessities available. That's provision. That's it. Now, you can decide not to enter the house. That produces something else. And this, I'm talking to the men right now. I need to drink some water because this is going to get serious. When your provisions are rejected, because they always have a decision on their own to reject. Okay? And remember, the word decide, it means to cut off. Okay? The word choose, it means to pick between. So there's options in your choice. There's no option in when you decide. When you decide, there's no other option. If you go onto a car lot and you want to get a truck and you decide it's going to be a truck, a car is not an option. A motorcycle is not an option. A van is not an option. Decisions and choices. Most people, to be honest, can't make decisions. They're too much of a coward to make a decision. And I mean that. With the very littlest things in life, they can't make decisions. Don't believe me? What are you going to eat for dinner? Oh, you're still choosing. Oh, leftovers. Okay, but seriously though, for the men, I understand when your provision is rejected. I understand the sensation that you experience. Okay, let's say you give your woman sound advice. Don't walk outside with that skirt on. That is provision. That you are providing that. Okay, grant access and supply the needs for. Your leader, okay, the man, the leader, can see things happen in advance. So provision and protection come together. If he's protecting you, that is provision. That is provision too. Okay? But if your woman rejects you, rejects your advice, and says, well, my best friend, who happens to be a man, said that it's fine. Everybody's gonna wear this, so I'm going to do that. So now your woman has rejected your provision. There's a sensation that you feel. I understand it. It's the same sensation as betrayal. When your provision is rejected, you feel the same thing as betrayal. When somebody's lying in your face, when somebody is lying to you in your face, saying that, I did not eat the cookie from the cookie jar, and you saw them because you have a camera, and they're just bold-faced lying, you feel betrayed. It's almost like they are granting another man authority. That's betrayal. There's no loyalty here. When you reject the provision of your man, there's betrayal. It feels exactly like you are betraying me. There's danger in rejecting the man that you decide on, his provision. There's danger in that. Spiritual danger, emotional danger. If you reject provision from your man, not what you want him to do. That's called taking. And you take because you're possessed with the demon of envy. And you think he's ambitious. You think that he doesn't have a goal or plans. So you think you can use him like Pinocchio, like a puppet. So you reject his provision, and now he feels betrayed. This erodes his plight, his willingness to provide. Provision from a man comes from two things. He has to be willing. He has to be willing. The Bible says give with a cheerful heart. He has to be willing to give. If you make him give, like child support, or like you sue him, or you emotionally condemn him, he's not going to be willing. He might give it. He's not going to be willing. Thus, that's not provision. That's something else. I haven't figured it out yet. But so he has to be willing, and he has to be able. He has to be able. And when you rejecting your man's provision over and over and over and over, it creates a habit. And what habit does that create? What do you think? It invites another demon. It invites Leviathan in. Pride. It invites pride. And pride is oftentimes observed as anger. Anger, a branch of anger that I'm talking about specifically here, is resentment. Your man will then begin to resent you. Resentment is a very sticky thing. That emotion is so sticky. It sticks to you. So, provision, it exists in every single style of leadership. Okay? And when you think of leadership, you oftentimes go immediately to this thing called a dictatorship. My way or the highway, like North Korea. This is what will be done. My way, you will do what I say. This is like when people say like leader, you instantly go to that, and then you instantly start to argue in your head even. No, he don't know what a leader is. So I want to bring you to a style of leadership that a lot of people exist in. And a style of leadership that a lot of people exist in is called laissez-faire. You might not have heard of it, but it's a style. There's many different styles. Like there's democracy, there's bureaucracy, there's dictatorship, there's laissez-faire, and there's many other styles of leadership. Many other styles of leadership. But many people exist who are possessed with envy in the style of leadership called laissez-faire. And that word or that phrase, it means let them do. Let them do. But what's the process of it? What's the process of that style of leadership? This is a dangerous style of leadership, but many exist here and think that it's love. It's not. So, laissez-faire, let them do. The process is when, like any other style of leadership, you have a leader and also a follower. You have the manager and the employees. So you have somebody who makes the decisions and somebody who executes. Task giver, task execution, whatever. But so in this style of leadership, you will see the follower or the employees make decisions for the organization through the manager. So, for example, let's say I'm working at McDonald's, Burger King, I don't know. This in this example, laissez-faire, you will see the employees say, I want, or we need to build a sign and put it out front. This sign might cost $10,000. We need to create a marketing plan. Why would you need to even make that decision as a cashier? We need to go on vacation if you are the follower. Okay, we need to buy a new house if you are the follower. We need to, and you will get the leader to do what you say. This is laissez-faire. Okay. No, it's more than just letting things go on a natural course. There's no leadership style of letting things go on a natural course. Inertia. The laws of physics, inertia, things that are in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon an outside force. But then there's another law of physics, and I forgot what it's called. But if things are left, if things are left alone forever, they will destroy itself. Things always will require an outside force, whether it be gravity, heat, a wind, a touch, words, something. Okay. So laissez-faire is where a lot of people exist because there's a lot of envious women. There's a lot of envious women. And people who are possessed with envy, want to make the decisions, but don't want to be the fall guy for the decisions. So it is easier for you to use or to make the decisions through your man and put it on his shoulders. That's the leadership style called laissez-faire. If you want a democracy in your house where everyone's voice has weight, but still the decision of how things go are on the leader, you should study that leadership style and adopt it in your house. But if you do want your voice to be heard, but you want your decision to be final as the follower, and you don't want to be the leader, and you don't want to be called the leader, this is called laissez-faire. It does not matter if you do not understand the process. If you adopt something in your life, that thing will act according to its design. Okay? It does not matter your intention. So this is chapstick. Okay? This chapstick, it goes on your lips. If I put it on as lotion, like on my cheek, it doesn't matter my intent. It doesn't matter my intent. It's still going to act as chapstick. Your words are the same way. There are consequences for your words. There are consequences for your desires. And speaking about desire, provision, like anything else, has a spiritual consequence. Okay? The word desire, it means from the Father. From the Father, from God. Desire does not mean want. It does not mean want. Want is more so an expectation. You are expecting something. Okay? So from the Father, desire, it's a snapshot of what you have in your reality. What has God provided you? What is God providing you? This is desire. Are you an alcoholic? This is desire. So if you are an alcoholic, which father are you serving? You think God is providing that beer for you? That wine? The devil can provide too. Make no mistake about it. The devil can provide. The devil makes people rich too. So does God. Don't think money is evil. Money is not evil. The love of money is evil. Money itself is not evil. God puts you in the land of abundance for you to be poor? What kind of backwards thinking is that? You are in a land of abundance. And you think God wants you to be poor. In the Bible, God said gold and silver are good. He even put that in the the Garden of Eden, gold. He put gold, and he told us that gold was in the Garden of Eden when everything was free for Adam and Eve. Everything was free. They didn't need any. They don't pay for anything. But God still put gold in the Garden of Eden and then called it good. Money's not evil. But the devil can provide for you. God can provide for you. Money, rubies, dinars, pesos, yen, whatever currency you use in your country. I know I got people from New Zealand in here, but so provision, just like a human, if you reject provision, the sensation of betrayal occurs. And thank you for the love, guys. And thank you, Soul Harmony and Ashley. thank you for the gifts yesterday. It was very kind of you. Very kind. I mean that with my heart. It was very kind of you. You didn't have to do it, but you did. Sorry. But, and thank you for the rose, Elia. Okay, so when God provides for you, okay, when God provides for you, and you reject that, you instantly leave the area called joy. It's instantaneously, immediately, yesterday. When you think God's provisions are not enough, a house, food, and a brain. You have that? Yes. You're doing better than 90% of the world. Most people don't have that. Most people do not have that. When you start complaining that that you don't have that purse, that you don't have that sports car, that you don't have the right job, that you don't have the right man or the right woman, and it came from God, you now will experience misery. Because God is not human. God is not human. God is not like us. God is better than us. You immediately are not in the area called joy. There's benefits from being in the area called joy. What's that? That's when you can request things from God. When you are miserable, when you are worried, full of worry, doubtful, hopeless, those are demonic worships. Okay, you are worshiping the devil. People think, I don't think I can pay my bills. The devil's like, thank you for worshiping my plan. Thank you for accepting my plan. Thank you for listening to my plan. My plan works better than God's. And then in spirit, you say, I don't know if I can pay my bills. I don't know if if my man's providing for me enough. I don't know if my health is going to be good enough. I don't know if this is going to be good enough. And the devil's saying, thank you. Come on down here. I'll provide for you. Keep saying stuff like this. Spread this to other people. I might even give you some money. Crazy how that is, isn't it? When you are away from joy, outside of the area called joy, joy is intuition. It's not an emotion. When you are outside the area called joy, you cannot request things from God. You need to get back in God's good grace. How do you do that? Virtue, patience, humility, forgiveness, love, thankfulness. You've got to be thankful for God's provision. But how? How when I see somebody on TV on their Christmas special, they have the perfect family. They have all these Christmas gifts under their Christmas tree. And I don't have enough money to get anybody gifts. So now you accept envy. Remember, envy, like a thief in the night. These demons are like a thief in the night. When you are not thankful for God's provision, somebody's going to provide for you. As soon as provision stops, you are going like you don't exist. You will not exist. Either the devil's providing for you or God's providing for you. There's nothing else. These zodiac signs, these constellations, they don't provide for you. So how do you stay in joy? There's a word, enjoy. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself. Well, it's as easy as a brain function, but it's not easy. It's simple. Very little steps. You have to name 5 things, 5 physical things that are around you right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and say it out loud to yourself. And when you do that, thank God for them. You thank God for them. The thing about being thankful is you can fake it. You can fake it. You can fake being thankful. Yep. When your child says, "Thank you for for this broccoli," even though you know your child hates broccoli. Okay. My child's thankful. Even like as a parent, you can understand the value in your child just saying thank you. God is not God. If you are thankful, you can enter the area called joy. Is this making sense? If this is making sense, put yes in the comment. I need some feedback right now. If this is making sense, I need some feedback. YouTube and TikTok. Is this making sense? Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you. So when you are full of worry, when you are full of doubt, when you are full of hopelessness, when you don't think the season is not seasoning right now, when you think God's provision is not enough, you for sure will experience more misery. Don't betray the Father. And provision, your provision, is detected in desire from the Father. Which Father is providing for you? How does your desire look? If I were to talk to you, how can I, or what would I detect? Would I detect love? Would I detect humility? Would I detect thankfulness? Would I detect grace? Would I detect worry, hopelessness, anger, indecisiveness? What would I detect? And that detection is what desire is. I would be able to see or understand the tree by the fruit. I will be able to detect which tree you are climbing on by the fruit that's in your environment. This is desire. And remember, God and the devil, they do not operate in time, on time. Time is not a thing for them. God created time. God is outside of the concept of time. We humans, we are three-dimensional. We are in time. This is why a human cannot be everywhere at the same moment. We are not omnipresent. God is omnipresent. God is everywhere at the same time. Everywhere at the same time. How is that possible? It's because he created time. Your words have consequences, just even if you did not understand what they mean. It doesn't matter what they mean. Or it doesn't matter your intent. It matters what they mean. So don't be quick to talk. And speaking about quick, since envy is a thing that will always get you emotional. It snares you with emotions. And emotions are not real. You might not have ever heard of that, but it's true. Emotions are not real. Emotions are not real. They are not a real thing. What is real? Somebody, what is real? Actually having existence, physical existence. Real. Having physical existence. That's what real is. Reality is physical existence. The dance between physical things. Existence is, there's a thing called existence, then there's a thing called physical existence. There's spiritual existence too. Emotions do not exist. Emotions are not real. Anything that is real can be measured. You can measure it with a tool or something, not with your brain. Emotions are dictated by the mind, not the brain. Envy it snares you with emotions. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It gets you good. Oh my God, that song, it brings back good memories. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, it brings back good memory. Oh, I see the TV, all these good family members on TV, and all the car commercials are coming on. Side note, because I've been thinking about this. Do you guys remember cable TV back in the day? Cable, like box cable TV back in the day, that people born in the 2000s probably don't remember cable TV, but I remember cable TV. And cable TV had commercials. At the time, we didn't understand. I didn't understand what commercial was. Now that we have streaming, Hulu, Spotify, or not Spotify, any type of streaming thing, we now know commercials are just ads. They're ads. So streaming, like Netflix, was a thing now. It was so revolutionary. It was so revolutionary because we didn't have commercials. We could just watch. It was like individual movies, like on demand. Whoa, that was great. Now commercials are back. Now commercials are back. You should have never got rid of cable TV. Yeah, I understand commercials are how you pay the bills, but we were sold the best thing. Streaming is better than cable because of no commercials. But okay, back to the most wonderful time of the year. Envy will snare you with your emotions. And remember, there's a purpose to your emotions. Anybody know the purpose of your emotions? There's a few purpose to your emotions. Your emotions are one main purpose of your emotions is to get you to rush. They are trying to get you to rush to into a decision. whatever your decision is. So even happiness, okay? Happiness, it gets you to rush. So let's say you go to the bar for your first time, first time ever. You go to the pub, to the bar, and you have a wonderful conversation with these group of folks, and you're laughing, you're buying drinks, you get home safe. You get home safe. Great. Now your brain has a memory. This memory, it says pleasant feelings, pleasant sensations from going to this place, bar. Now happiness, if you want to be happy, let's rush to go to the bar again. Let's rush there. Rush. There's a purpose for rushing. It gets you to be dumb. Oops, did I say that? What does dumb mean? The word dumb, it means without intellect. The word dumb, it means without intellect. So if you are without intellect, that means maybe you can't see, maybe you cannot hear, maybe you have issues tasting correctly, maybe you can't smell, maybe you can't touch, or maybe you have, maybe you can't reason correctly. Because reasoning is part of your intellect. Your ability to reason. And what is reason? So this is chapstick. That's information, right? Now you know this is chapstick. And this is the lid to chapstick right here. Let me see. Whatever. So this is the lid to the chapstick. All of this is chapstick. There's a pink inside. You can move it up and down. That's chapstick. It's easy, right? It's simple. But understanding how to use it, why it's here, that's called reasoning. We are putting together all of these different points of information, connecting them and using it into a single process. That's reasoning. But when you rush, you're rushing, it erodes your reasoning. It's getting you to not reason well. You lack reason, meaning it makes you dumb. Emotions make you dumb. I'm sorry, did I say that? I'm sorry. It's true though. Emotions 100% make you dumb. They get you to rush. They get you to rush. And not even just with happiness, with sadness too. Rush to be sad? No. Sadness, you probably already gave sadness authority to be your leader. So now sadness is making decisions for you. Now sadness is saying, hurry up and be alone in your house. Turn off the light, hurry up. Turn off the TV, hurry up. Cry, hurry up. It's eroding your ability to problem solve. It's removing your ability to reason. And envy does that. Envy does that. And that's how envy snares you, especially in the most wonderful time of the year. You think about other people, other families, where other people are at, and then you start to condemn God. You start to ask questions about, am I able, I wish I was able to give more to my kids. Your kids are here and they're with you. That's the best gift ever. You should be thanking God. But your spiritual warfare, remember, spiritual warfare is, I told one person this already. But most of and I already made a post about it, but not about her, but about it. Most of your spiritual warfare occurs, it's a battle between your brain and your mind. This is my last point, and then I'll take questions, and then I'll get up off of here. The biggest battle for you is between your brain and it's between your mind. Remember, your brain is the problem solver. Your brain is the organ. Your brain is the organ. Your mind is not real. Your mind is the problem creator. You have the problem solver and the problem creator. Your brain solves problems very efficiently. It is super efficient at solving problems. Problems that you didn't even know existed. Like standing up. That's a problem. But your brain can solve that easily for most people. You stand up. Walking, it's a problem. Your brain solved that pretty easy, pretty simple. There are other problems, like obvious problems like math equations. 1 + 1 is 2. Your brain solved that. Your mind did not solve that. Your mind creates problems when you lack intellect. How do I know this? When you were young and you were, let's say your mom was putting you to sleep. She turned off the light. And what happened? She said good night and I love you. And you pulled the cover up just underneath your little neck, pulled it up there, getting ready to go to sleep. And you now notice that you're in the dark. You can't see. Remember, intellect is the summation of your cognitive facilities. So your eyes, your ears, your nose, your taste, your touch, your intuition, and your reasoning. That's intellect. It's how you paint your world, intellect. And when in that example, you can't see, your brain says, there's a problem here. You can't see. There's a problem. Your brain only understands it's a serious problem, and it's looking for ways to solve it. And if it cannot solve it, rationally, it enlists your mind to make suggestions for you on how to solve it. But your mind is not a problem solver. Your mind is a problem creator. So if you can't see at night after your mom told you good night, now your mind is saying, I think there's a monster in the closet. That's more problems. I think there's a monster in the closet. Whoa. There's no monster in the closet. Why would you say that there's a monster in the closet? Now your brain is identifying that there is a monster in the closet. Now you're in fight or flight mode and you're just trying to go to sleep. Now you have like restless syndrome and now you need like medicine at an older age because you never tamed your mind. Spiritual warfare often occurs between your brain and your mind. You've got to resist. Like hell. You got to resist with everything you got. Resist like your life depended on it. Every urge that you get, have a conversation with yourself. Do I need this? Is this going to benefit me? No. Don't allow sloth to trick you. Oh, it's just this one time. Resist. You've got to resist. The strange thing about the demon of sloth, that deadly sin, is that even though it's a lazy demon, it's anti-responsibility, it's the most at work. Oddly enough, the demon of sloth is the one that's more most at work. Anyway, I think that has been enough for today. I thank everybody for being here. I thank everybody for your attention, because attention is the highest form of spiritual currency. Thank you, April Sunrise on YouTube. Nothing but love. We need to chat again. Thank you, Ashley, for your continued support and love. Thank you for the gift you gave me on my birthday yesterday or 2 days ago. Thank you. Thank you, Heather. I'm trying to find your username. I won't say your username. I don't want to dox you. Thank you, Heather, for the love and the gifts for my birthday you gave a few days ago. I will now open the floor to questions. Is anybody going through a spiritual awakening right now? Don't fall victim. Remember, when you're going through a spiritual awakening, you will undoubtedly experience pain. It will be painful. These fake teachers online will tell you that a spiritual awakening is supposed to be like fun, like pleasant. Yes. Okay. You told me earlier, a good man can make decisions. Can you expound on that? I sometimes struggle because I think the impact it has on others. Yes. So a good man makes decisions. This is true. A good man makes decisions because a good man has integrity. A good man can say, I want to go and get Burger King for dinner. Yes, we know Burger King is bad for you. But if that's what he said, that's what he meant. As a man, you should know two things: your family vision, and if you want an example on how to build your family vision, send me a DM and I'll send you a short read on how to build your family vision. But a family vision is the trajectory of where you want your family to go: finances, religion, spirituality, communication style, leadership style, family reunions, recipes, music, education. And it goes on and on and on and on to everything. It's a working document. It's not solid. It's not stationary. But every person in your family should have that. You know, it's crazy. People, adults will say, nobody told me how to live. If your father told you, gave you a family vision on paper, yeah, the Woods family, will everybody in the Woods family should strive to have $30,000 in savings by 30 years old, right? That might be one for you, okay? But if you are if you don't have a family vision, then It's very hard for sheep to follow. It's very hard for your family to follow you. All right? Like people will say, "Oh, you don't have to try it." I guarantee you, your wife, your girlfriend, your kids, they will have more of a sense of purpose instead of flailing out here and seeing what works. But a decision is when you cut off. Okay? So if you are able to um, make a decision about your family, there will be no alcohol. Everybody who is an alcoholic in my family will not have access to my inheritance. That is a decision. That is a decision. That's a heavy decision. That will get people to question, do I really need to drink this beer or wine? Do I even want to start here? People have issues making decisions. People think that they are making decisions. See, a man that makes decision is always seen as strong. Is always seen as strong. At first, this man is seen as irritating. He's not. He doesn't just go with the flow. Of course, he doesn't go with the flow. He's a man. He's not supposed to go with the flow. Men don't go with the flow. That's why we're logical. We plan things. Like we have at least a direction we want our families to go. Black Majesty, welcome. So, oh, thanks for the love, man. You know, a lot of people think they are making decisions when in fact they are only making a choice. Even in buying cars. Let's say you are buying a Ford Mustang, let's just say, for example. You go to the dealership and you purchase it. You get it brand new, a 2025, brand new off the lot, Ford Mustang. Beautiful car. All right? So you take it home for a month and you're like, I don't like it. And you take it back. That was not a decision. That was a choice. So a decision is more of a mental thing. If you are making a decision on that car, no other car is a possibility. You need to make this car work, even if it breaks down, even if it's not going as fast as you like. You need to make it work. A decision. There's no other cars. Like you're not even thinking about other cars. That's a decision. But so many people think they are making a decision just because they have possession of something. Just because you physically own this phone, you can, in theory, sell it or give it back or buy another one. Then you didn't make the decision. Going with the flow. People who make choices go with the flow. They can be swayed out of their possessions. They can be swayed out of their purpose. Only an ambitious man makes choices. Ambition. In the definition of it. What is ambition? Maybe that will be next week's topic. Ambition. Ambition, it means an eager desire for honor or preferment. You want people to desire you or honor you. You want people to desire you. That is ambition. So, and people display ambition in many weird ways. They put their doctoral degree up behind them and say, look, I am a doctor. Or they say, look how pretty my family is. how happy and smiley my family is. Like me. I want you to like me. Please approve of me. That's ambition. Look how much presents that I gave my kids. That's ambition. And ambition, it erodes purpose. Ambition, this type of man can be bought at the highest bidder. You can be working at McDonald's flipping hamburgers for $50 million a year. And you will work there for the rest of your life. But it's not your purpose. You will be miserable. Money, no amount of money will satisfy purpose. No amount of money can satisfy purpose. None. Zero. Poor people are full with purpose. Rich people are full with purpose. So money is not a factor. But if you are an ambitious man, you are never making decisions. If somebody puts more money in your face, peace. They 100% like you will take that up. Thus, an ambitious man does not have a plan, because if you have a plan, you can't be swayed from it. Thus, the difference between a decision and a choice. And let's take careers. Careers. What I've noticed is a career and a hobby are very similar. A career and a hobby are very similar. Actually, it's funny you say that. The word hobby, it means a toy horse. A toy horse. But it's in the sense, it's an action that goes nowhere. Hobby. It's an action that goes nowhere. Once you start to get paid for your hobby, we don't call it a hobby, we call it a career. But it's an action that goes nowhere. You're not designed to be in a 9-to-5 job. That's just the truth. You're supposed to be a business owner. You're supposed to have your own stuff. But let's see what career means. I'm looking now. General course of movement or action. A general course of movement or action. General course of movement or action. That's a career. So a hobby and a career are similar. They're not the same thing. But a hobby is action that goes nowhere. A career is when you make somebody else rich. Most of the time, your career is when you're making somebody else rich. Unless you own a business and you've learned to master marketing, product, and all this good stuff. Yeah. Career, you're making somebody else rich. And nobody likes making somebody else rich. Nobody really likes building another person's purpose. It's just true. So decisions are not choices. Choices are not decisions. They are different things very much. Do not get tricked by possession. Just because you possess something does not mean that you have made a decision. You've probably made a choice because you're going to put it back very soon. Okay. Well, I mean, I thank everybody for being here, for tapping. I thank everybody for the love. And if you make 19 million a year, hey dog, it's your life. But you if it's not in your purpose, you're going to be miserable. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, if you think misery is sacrifice, you're wrong. But I'm not going to sit around for you to explain because I've been on here about an hour and a half and my booty is aching. I'll talk to you guys later. And thank you everybody for YouTube. Thank you everybody on TikTok. Somebody say pause. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Oh no, almost done. I have to do my commercial. Okay. I only come live once a week. I go live once a week, every Friday around this time. Tune in on my YouTube or on my TikTok here. The video, the live stream are always posted on my YouTube. It's a function of YouTube. They always post your live streams, which is kind of nice. I encourage everybody who is serious about being a better leader, a better follower, to download my ebook. It's called A Peace Called Love. It's linked in my bio. It's in it. There's a chapter on leadership. There's a chapter on leadership, and it's a good foundational book to redirect you in the correct manner so that you can spiritually grow. So then your real life can be better. And so that you can serve God or please God and serve people. A Peace Called Love. If you want to jump on a free 30-minute Zoom call with me to discuss your spiritual gifts, send me a DM or an email and say Zoom call. I'll send you the link to my calendar and you will decide on the best date and time for you. Do not squander your free gift here because some people are, and they will not ever get a free Zoom call with me again. If you want one-on-one coaching so that for you in your spiritual gift on how to be a better father, how to be a better mother, how to be a better empath, a healer, an evangelist, a better teacher, in real life, how real life impacts you, how to navigate through business, how to navigate in the family, with your children, with your husband or wife, send me a DM. Let's jump on a Zoom call. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. I am a spiritual life coach. If that is something that interests you, please don't hesitate. Now, I am working on a online course for overwhelmed empaths right now. It's a lot of work. Yes, these services cost money. This is what I do for a living. So I have a bunch of free content here on YouTube and on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook too. So if you don't want to pay anything, don't. I have free content, but with money, you get better insights, you get better guidance, better coaching, real life transformation. You'll be able to go to a family reunion or deal with your narcissistic ex-husband or ex-wife because you know that you'll know how to manage those demons that are trying to attack you and not allow them to rule your life. All right. I'm for real up out of here. But if you didn't know, now you know.